So I just posted on Facebook about my man's Eric Berry signed a 7-year deal, which Eric Berry is a cornerback for the Chiefs. But I was reading one of his, I guess where they quote him on ESPN or NFL, whatever the hell it was. But when he's talking, it's just some of the things. It's nice to hear that someone that caliber of an athlete is still going through like the same things you are. One of the quotes, there were many times where, I don't know, where he says, there are many times where I didn't know if I would wake up tomorrow. I would just be up, scared to go to sleep. I never really told anyone this, other than maybe like Dana, but probably like the first 2 weeks to about maybe a month, but for sure the first 2 weeks, I think I probably only slept probably like 15 hours in that first 12 weeks, or the first 12-ish days. Just, I don't know, everyone asks you, you're always going to say, yeah, I'm doing fine, but sometimes you're really not. It takes a lot of me getting better now to realize, I guess, to not be so scared about it or not be freaked out. Like, now I'm doing pretty well. Almost fine. But it's good to hear that someone else, like, I guess famous, went through the same, not famous, but that anyone went through the same thing that you did. Another one of his quotes just, one of my goals used to be to do 5 push-ups. That's an NFL football player. It's just, he's talking about how chemo's a monster. And now, out in his field, he said there'd be times where I would just be crying after the workout because I couldn't believe I made it through. It was that hard. Couldn't push myself like I wanted to. I just had to understand everything was going to come back. I was going to come back every night. Going through chemo is a monster. You literally feel like you're dying every day. And that's pretty true, I would say. Probably the best anyone's put it to words. So after that serious Eric Berry whatever post, I thought I'd do one funny. It's about the sperm bank, but I hope that it isn't a bad career move. I don't get fired for anything I'm about to say, but hopefully no one's watching. So, yeah. So before you start chemo, my particular one has a lower chance of sterility, but some of the chemos, like if stuff goes wrong that I would get, it's like almost a for sure thing. But anyway, so you go to a sperm depository. So there's one in Royal Oak, and I'm calling them on my way to go, or I'm calling them on my way home from the appointment, and I'm just telling them, and they start asking me weird questions like what do you do? How tall are you? And I think I was too short to make the cut, so they told me I was too far away, and they like hung up on me. So I called them back, and I was like, no, I have cancer. So I was doing this just for myself, not to be in the book, the sperm book. But any of you doctors out there looking to make some money, they said they would recruit you, and they gave me like a pamphlet to hand out. But yeah, I guess you can make some money being a sperm donor. Not my bag, but maybe you guys. Anyway, but I think you have to be taller than me. So Billy and Jake, if you ever are watching this, Billy, Jake, Brennan, we're out. And me, because I have cancer. But anyway, so I get to the sperm bank. It's like a 2-day thing. Day 1, they're testing like my blood and testing for everything: HIV, Hep C, Hep B, HTLV1, which I've never tested for, but whatever, everything you could possibly imagine. Then, if that's all good, they will accept your sample. So we'll talk about that. So there's these two old ladies that take their job way overly serious. So like cracking jokes that give you like weird looks. But anyway, Dana was with me. It's weird. So you're walking down. So you go to the room. The lady's leading you back and is like, "Are you gonna need your cell phone?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be right back." Anyway, so you go into this sperm donation room. Smells like crusty swimmers, but dirty. There's a leather couch, no TV, and then they have like this magazine rack of like crusty 1970s Playboys, which I went nowhere near. Ugh. And the leather couch. So they have like hand sanitizer on the table, and these like, you know, when you go to the dentist, you get those like plastic type paper things that clip around your neck so you don't get like the tooth polish anywhere on your shirt. So they had those. So I used about 100 of them to just line the entire room. I mean, the carpet, like the walls, the couch, everything lined with those things. And so you do your thing, and then you're like, and for me, I had a pericardial effusion, so my heart wasn't really pumping right, like a congestive heart failure patient, kind of. So, like, at one point I was in there, it was like, I was debating on whether to back out and be like, no, I can't do this. And I was like, do one for the team. So I was on the verge of death, I think. It was right before I started chemo, so at my worst. So I'm like sweating, out of breath, thinking, having chest pain, like thinking I'm having a heart attack. Got the job done. Champion. So I walk out and I hand that gross cup to the lady. Then about 2 weeks or a week later, so about a week into my chemo, I get like the results. Strong swimmers. So that was it. I hope it gave you a laugh after that semi-depressing Eric Berry one. But, alright, love you guys. Thanks for watching.